It's no wonder that many women entrepreneurs can feel overwhelmed. And that's because we have the pressures of our business, and often we have the pressures of our personal lives, not to mention you add in current events and things happening outside of our world. Whew, it can really be overwhelming. But you don't want to feel overwhelmed, right? Because it's an icky feeling. So when I start to feel overwhelmed, I do three things. And I want to share those tips with you today in case it helps you when those overwhelming feelings start to creep into your mindset. So, the first thing I do to help me deal with overwhelm is to write it down, to make a list. Sometimes overwhelm shows up for me in my head with this rattling of all the things I need to do. Oh, I got to do this, got to do this, got to do this. And when it's in my head, it feels very overwhelming, very urgent, and like there's a lot of stuff to do. When I stop and brain dump and write it down, I find often it's not as much as I thought it was. And then I can also categorize and chunk things so make it more manageable. The second thing I do is a pattern interrupter, because again, this is all mindset for me. So I have a pattern interrupter that's an affirmation that I adapted from Louise Hay. And it says, time expands for me. I have enough time to get everything done. And just saying that on this video, I can feel the peace through my body. So if you have a favorite affirmation that could help you with overwhelm, memorize it, repeat it, put it around your desk so that you have that to help you too. And the third thing I do is I protect my energy. I have generalized anxiety disorder. So when overwhelm and stress really, really get going, it can activate my anxiety, which is something I want to avoid as much as possible. Because anxiety is really about worrying about the what ifs in the future. So what I could do is I get into a state of present. I get immediately present, just like that pattern interrupter with the affirmation, but this is a little deeper. And what I often will do is a sensory inventory. I start to think about what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, what I'm tasting, what I'm smelling, even what I'm touching. And I just sit in my chair or in my bed and I just do this little inventory. It takes my mind off whatever little monkey brain thing's going on, and it makes me feel incredibly present. And it stops that overwhelm. It stops that monkey brain, and that stops the anxiety that I'm trying to avoid if I can. So these are things that I do. As you can see, this all starts with mindset. Of course, from there you can do certain actionable items. But if you can start with a mindset on how to deal with overwhelm, then the actions will seem much easier to accomplish. Know that I'm rooting for you. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I hope these tips helped. I'm rooting for you, and I'll see you soon. Take care.